Assume that people like onions on their hamburgers. If the supply of hamburgers decreases, the demand for onions will most likely blink. So in this situation, we're told that people like onions on their hamburgers, meaning that onions and hamburgers are complementary goods, meaning that people enjoy them together, they're consumed together. So a decrease in the price of one means an increase in demand for the other, and a decrease in supply of one means a decrease in demand of the other. And we're told that in this case, the supply of hamburgers decreases, and we're asked to find what happens to the demand for onions. So, as before, if the supply of hamburgers decreases, we can draw a simple graph here as supply and demand. And if the supply decreases, this supply curve will shift to the left. And because of this, price of hamburgers would increase, quantity would decrease. A increase in the price means that for the onion market here, which we can represent by another graph here. Let's call this one onions, and this one would be hamburgers. Then an increase in the price of hamburgers means a decrease in demand for onions because people will be buying less hamburgers. So demand would shift to the left. So we would see an overall decrease in demand. So let's look at the answer choices. A. Remain unchanged because hamburgers and onions are different goods. This is incorrect because although they are different goods, they are complementary goods, meaning that the supply and demand for one influences the supply and demand for the other. So A is incorrect. B. Increase because hamburgers and onions are substitutes. This is incorrect because hamburgers and onions aren't substitutes. You don't choose to eat onions over hamburgers or hamburgers over onions. You eat them together, and therefore they are complementary goods, not substitutes. So B is incorrect. C. Increase because hamburgers and onions are complements. Although it is true that hamburgers and onions are complements, the demand for onions will not increase. Because the supply of hamburgers decreases, the price of hamburgers would increase, and the quantity consumed would decrease. Because the price increases and quantity decreases, the complementary good onions in their market, the price of, or the demand would shift to the left because people would consume less onions. So overall the demand would decrease, not increase. So C is incorrect. D. Decrease because hamburgers and onions are complements. This seems to be the correct answer because we highlighted before that the demand for onions would definitely decrease and that hamburgers and onions are complements. So D seems to be the correct answer. E. Decrease because hamburgers and onions are substitutes. This is incorrect because although the demand for onions would decrease, hamburgers and onions are not substitutes. They're complements. So E is incorrect, and the correct answer is